Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a really blessed Sunday. So as we walk the narrow road, I just wanted to share with you guys a little message, something that's been on my mind. I really think that everyone can benefit from it, especially men. As men, we don't always have a clear direction in our life. We don't always have like everything laid out. I've noticed a lot of times, a lot of young guys, we can get down because we don't see the bigger picture. We don't really see what's the point of all this. And what begins to happen is we get carried away by a lot of stuff. We just start to do a bunch of stuff and we seem busy, but at the end of the day, it's sort of unfulfilling. And maybe even we get stressed. But I think the remedy, I really believe that the only remedy is to become a craftsman in your life. And I don't mean like a carpenter, but I mean something that you turn into your own, something that you leave your print on, something that has your special touch to it. You take the world, say you're a woodworker, and you take this log here, you would carve that into something that comes from your mind, and you just took a solid piece of material from the world and then you made it your own. And there's many ways to be a craftsman. And the way that I first realized this was when I started working out, because before then I never had a craft. And so working out gave me this opportunity to now take my physical body and turn it into something. I could look in the mirror, and you can recall Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about this, but if I needed more delts, I could do more front raises. If I needed a bigger upper chest, I could do incline. And I could sculpt it like the sculptor, and I could make it into my own. And so that right there gave me this initial sense of meaning, and it completely captivated me for so long. I still love working out. I really, I want to share that with the whole world, or with any young guy or guys that don't do it. It's women too. But so that was the first sort of craftsmanship. And I just want to go over a couple examples of being a craftsman. Guys, you got to do something with your life that resembles craftsmanship. Taking something, making it your own, putting the blocks together, building something. Because if you don't do that, then your life will lack meaning. You will actually find the meaning when you begin to orchestrate things and bring them together into something beautiful. You'll find meaning within that process. But if you don't have that, this is what happens. Then you look for meaning in other things. You look for meaning in a video game, building, say, your RuneScape town, or playing WoW for hours and building a character. Now you're being a craftsman in that thing. You're leveling up, but it's very unfulfilling because it's not real. Okay, so there's just so many ways that you can do this. And I think that it starts with training yourself to focus. And what I mean by that is when you don't have a bunch of different tabs open, and when you're not in a rush to go to the next video, or play the next song, or get high, or do this and that, then what happens is that anything that you do and you can focus on now is much better, and it's much more fulfilling, and it enriches your life. And so that focus, now that you have a focused like brain, you've actually trained your brain to be present, and everything that you do becomes more enriching. Well, whatever you decide to do, you can now really find like deep enjoyment from that. And it's amazing because when you say no to all of these other things, it closes a lot of doors, and it shuts a lot of the doors in the mind that are anxiety. They're the anxious thoughts that you have every day. And so when you get focused on one thing and you go deep on one thing, even if it's just going deep on walking and being present here, well then all the anxiety sort of shuts off. Okay, because your brain's trained to focus, and you can actually do that. the amygdala can actually shrink in size. That's why meditation, you know, people practice meditation. But it's one of those things that you can practice every day, and the minute that you see yourself jumping from this to that, getting anxious and afraid, if you begin to train yourself, man, it's not gonna affect you that much. So you definitely gotta train it though. Let's this video. 2 things. You gotta begin to train your brain to be calm, to be focused, and to be present. And the way that you do that is every time you feel anxiety coming on, or you catch yourself jumping from one task to the other, checking your text messages while you're working out, and then listening to music, blah, blah, blah. You gotta stop, okay? And you gotta look at the anxiety, face it head on. And then slowly, your brain takes this stuff, it's called myelin, and it wraps it around the nerve ending, and you get quicker, okay? So now, instead of it taking like 20 minutes to get yourself under control and calm down that inner chimp, well, now you can just be calm almost instantly, right? Because you've trained it time and time again, okay? And you can see where you're being distracted. You could use that focused awareness to say, all right, I'm gonna put it down, I'm gonna get calm, I'm gonna get present, okay? Very important, don't sleep on that. The second thing is to find a way that you can be a craftsman, okay? That could be cooking. These videos are a way for me. If I like talking on the camera, trying to paint this story, get a message out. If I don't like it, I ditch it, I get rid of it. If I like it, I ship it, okay? That's one way for me. You can begin to build stuff. Maybe you can make your own beer or your own booze, whatever you want to do. You can build your body. You can learn a skill. You can build a house. You can renovate a house. You can flip a house. Okay, there's so many ways. But if you don't do it, realize that you will fall to all of these little minuscule things, and your time will be sucked away, and you'll seem busy, and you'll be like, man, the days are passing me by, but I'm not that fulfilled. What's wrong? Okay, there was no meaning. There was no deep-seated, deep-rooted meaning in your life, and you got to start finding that in making something, in the craft itself. Okay, that's it, guys. I love you. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.